Speaking of which, alarming videos showing people trying to cross into South Africa from Zimbabwe are circulating on social media. And this after Home Affairs Minister Aaron Motsoaledi had promised to beef up some security at the border. Zimbabwe is currently under a 30-day strict lockdown. Let's go to eNCA's Siphamandla Koke, who is at the border to check if the promised measures have been put in place. He joins us now live. Colleague, good morning to you and good to have you. This is our very first interaction this year. But, you know, you are at the Beitbridge border, I understand, this just near Musina. What do you see there at the backdrop of that video circulating of many Zimbabweans trying to cross over through Beitbridge border to South Africa?
Well, I can tell you that those videos that you were seeing on social media, they were recorded inside this border post. Now, we are still waiting for permission to go inside there because that's where those videos were recorded. That's where thousands of people are waiting to cross over to South Africa. We've been told by Home Affairs that after 7 o'clock we will have an indication whether we'll be allowed to go inside and film there. That's when we are hoping to witness those thousands of Zimbabweans we have gathered there. But this has been going on for days now. The explanation that has been given is that those thousands of Zimbabweans were fleeing Zimbabwe due to the hard lockdown. Our viewers would recall that Zimbabwe implemented a hard lockdown. There is a curfew in Zimbabwe between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. And also in South Africa, there is a curfew. We are on high alert level 3 of the lockdown. Our curfew starts at 9 a.m. at 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. So those curfews between the two sister countries with historical ties have compounded the situation. Interestingly, though, there is an observation here in South Africa when it comes to this part of the border, the South African part. Some cars are going into Zimbabwe. That raises questions to say, if there is a lockdown in Zimbabwe, borders are supposed to be closed. There are no cars that are supposed to be going in Zimbabwe, rather. So now it's interesting because in the morning there was a long queue of cars here from the South African side of the border which were allowed to go into Zimbabwe. Then the logic would be if they reach Zimbabwe, they are supposed to be turned back. But we are still waiting for the official confirmation and comment from Home Affairs in that regard, because this border is operating as we speak. It only closes at 9 p.m. and reopens at 6 a.m. When we were here a few weeks ago before Christmas, there was a long queue of cars here stretching for about 15 kilometers all the way to Musina, which is the nearest town here. So for now, the chaos that has been circulating, or the videos that have been circulating on social media, they were recorded inside this border post. Right now, here at the main entrance and exit, it's clear for now, but obviously you won't be able to see anything here because those people need to be processed inside before they make their way into South Africa.
Yeah, but just for clarity's sake, on that note, if Zimbabwe is on a 30-day hard lockdown and, you know, there are some Zimbabweans trying to cross the border into South Africa, I mean, have you gotten word as to how they managed to, you know, get to the border, and if at all they will be allowed, because I've been seeing some walking around there, if they will be allowed into the country?
Well, for now, that remains a mystery. We have not been able to interview some people because we still need to get inside and just hear from them how they made their way all the way here to the border post. But according to the explanation that was given by Home Affairs Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, I think speaking to ETV yesterday night, he said the main reason that there are thousands of people gathered here at the border post is because they were trying to flee the hard lockdown in Zimbabwe. He said he was hopeful that at least in the next 48 hours that would have been cleared, so they would have processed people and then there would be no congestion in terms of large numbers of people gathered there. But we will be interacting with people, authorities and officials and our sources here at the border, trying to find out how they made their way there, because the logic dictates that if there is a hard lockdown, there is a curfew between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Nobody is supposed to move unless it's essential services. So most of the people who are gathered here, we understand that they are not part of essential services. If they were, they would have permits to move around. They wouldn't be stuck here. So that is a question that will be be posing to authorities and officials. But also we understand that Limpopo River is quite busy because Home Affairs Minister Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi did promise that together with the SANDF and the SAPS, they will be beefing up security. There will be military helicopters hovering around the crocodile-infested Limpopo River, where some Zimbabweans are crossing, and will also be going to the fence, between South Africa and Zimbabwe to monitor how the situation looks like.
All right, we'll be sure to catch up with you. Thank you so much, eNCA senior reporter Spamantla Koke.